Good morning. It's your favorite kitchen designer, Paula Kinney. But today I'm here with a Love Your Dorm session because I just dropped Cassie off. Hold on. Hold on, my little device fell down. Hold on. Stay tuned. Okay, so just dropped Cassidy off at her dorm. Well, no, yesterday was the day. So I just have a few tips because there were a lot of things that I didn't know and didn't realize. So we'll give you a heads up because most college students are leaving like the end of this week and following weeks. The only reason she moved in yesterday was because she's doing a week-long program that is taking place before the official move-in date. So my husband and I and son will be back next week to move in part 2 of her things because there's a lot and I was just coming by myself, so we took as much as we can, which I'm glad I did because I was able to see some of the things that you all can avoid. So my original plan was to be packed and ready on Thursday evening because I knew my Friday was pretty busy with work, and I know I wanted to go to bed early because I wanted to get up and leave at 5 a.m. because we're 5 hours away. But that plan was thwarted when we had to move one of my installations to Saturday because the installers are so busy, and just to kind of catch up, we moved an installation to Saturday, which meant I had to be there at the beginning, and we typically start at 7:30 a.m. So just trying to get them set up, so I wasn't able to leave until like 10 o'clock. I don't even remember. Later than I wanted to be. So which meant the night before I didn't go to bed early. It was just a mess. So my advice to you is to be packed, have everything ready to be loaded by the door 2 days before, and then the night before load it all up so that you're not doing what we did, because I didn't put my foot down and make Cassidy stop hanging out with friends and such all week. She didn't get a lot of her work done, and so I ended up doing too much. So put your foot down, make them stay in at least one of those evenings, because I get it, they want to see their friends and before they leave and get it all in. So, but you gotta put your foot down one of those evenings, one of those days, and say, hey, get all of your stuff packed or you're not going anywhere. So I didn't put my foot down, and when I told her that, I said she should put my foot down. She was like, yeah. So that's the good thing. So definitely get your rest before. I mean, if you're closer, you probably don't need as much. And again, because I was by myself, hi, good morning, Shayna. Good morning, Monica. So because I was by myself, that made it even more difficult. So I really needed rest, and I didn't get it. So as a result, yesterday I was exhausted. So my tip is rest and pack everything as much as you can before. The next tip I have for you, whatever you can get on Amazon Prime and you don't have to pack and carry, please do that, because it's just so many unnecessary things that you bring that you can just have shipped. Amazon Prime comes in 2 days. You can do it the day before you leave. They'll get it the day after you're gone. So I say I'm a big Amazon Prime fan. I do have a lot of things that are coming Amazon Prime to her, but that's a big help. Also, if you know someone in a town nearby or close to the school, ship some things to them, because I did that also. I have a friend who is a fellow biz chick, and she allowed me to ship some things to her home, so that was helpful. Next tip I would say is dress comfortably, because there's a lot of up and down, and that pretty much goes without saying. You want to be comfortable. And one tip that I thought about later in the game is, when you probably don't think of, take a suitcase, because a suitcase and maybe a smaller travel bag that will stay there with your student, because they'll probably go some places. Cassie's going to meet me at a conference I know later this fall. She's planning to go away spring break, different things like that. or even when she comes home, well, she's further away, so there's a possibility for her to fly home. So take a suitcase and leave it there. So we took one. It's going to stay under her bed, and we put her extra toiletries in there, so it's also, it can be used for storage too. So that's something you don't think about, because you're just thinking about like packing up the things that they're gonna use there and store there, but they need a suitcase. So think about that. They may or may not, just depending on what they have going on. Next thing I want to say is take a little kit with like scissors, tape, glue, small screwdriver, things like that, because you'll need that, and you won't have it. So take that, or anything that you know, like when you're along with that kit, tons of command strips. So command hooks in all different sizes. My favorite command item are the command Velcro strips, because for things that you want to have adhere flat to the wall that can't really go on a hook, tons of those. So command strips are a must. I would get those before you leave, so you have them as soon as you get in. You can start unloading, hanging things, putting things away. Command strips are absolute must, lifesaver, game changer, everything. So the Velcro ones I love, especially in terms of hanging things. I love the canvas type, artwork, that kind of thing, because they're the lightest, and those Velcro strips work great with those. So any of those, like, I kind of went overboard with like all the Christian ones. I'm like, you need the Lord. So I took a couple away, but I want to be reminded who you are, whose you are, where you come from, and what you believe. So I did take a couple back, but I think inspiration is important, especially at that time when you're around. But the little canvas ones, the different canvas artwork, those are great, and the command strips are great for that. So the next thing I want to tell you about that you probably don't think about is taking Lysol spray, Lysol wipes, so you can wipe down and spray everything, because the room is clean. It may not be to your standards. You just want to wipe it down and make sure everything is sanitized, and great for your students not picking up any germs. And on that note of disinfecting, take some cleaning supplies. So Cassidy, they have to clean their own bathroom, their kitchen. They have to clean their own room. So I remember when I was a kid, we used to have someone come in and clean our bathrooms. That's not the case. So we actually brought cleaning supplies in a bucket while we were there. But if they're not going to be cleaning like that, you probably don't want to do that. So maybe just take some of your cleaning supplies from home. And definitely what I did not think about, taking cleaning rags and dust cloths, because all they have is new stuff. You don't want to use a new washcloth for cleaning and wiping. So we didn't do that. We actually ended up cutting up an old t-shirt and using that. So you don't have to do that. Take some, because I know at home I use old washcloths for cleaning, stuff like that. So take some of those, and then you maybe put some in a sandwich bag, and you can leave them there for them. So that is it, and I think that's all I have in terms. Power strips. Make sure you take power strips, because you'll probably need a couple. Their cell phones, computer, TV, different areas. So at least 2. I know I was told some schools don't allow extension cords, which, for obvious reasons, but I believe power strips are universally okay. So make sure you remember that, because again, that would be one of those things you have to run out and get. And if you can avoid going to the store when you get there, which is inevitable, you'll probably go get them snacks and that kind of thing. But we had to go to the store, and I didn't like having to go to the store a move-in day. So, and then maybe if you're with someone else, spouse, significant other, whoever, family members, they can go so that you can get them set up. We ended up staying up very late last night. Again, my plan was to leave at 5 this morning. That didn't happen. So I'm on the road now. It'll take me 5 hours to get home. But all in all, it was okay. We have to do part 2 later this week. So those are my tips. I hope they help you out. Nobody told me. And overall, I'm not sad. Not yet. I don't know if it's coming. I dropped her off. Her group was meeting this morning, and we prayed, did all that before. I'm just excited for her because I stayed the night in her dorm. They have a full-size bed and it slept beautifully, a Tempur-Pedic bed. It was like heavenly. So I'm like excited. She has her own little place and, you know, doing her own thing. And so I'm excited to hear how this week goes and her meeting new friends. And so I'm just really happy for her. So I'm not sad at this point. I am a little in shock, like, wow, she doesn't live at home anymore. Like for real, how's this gonna be? One, don't have to clean up her mess. That's a good thing. But yeah, it's just like, wow, this is really real. So I'm excited to share some more things with you this week. I have a couple, I think at least 2 more sessions this week. I'm trying to get them in. Last week was crazy. So those are my tips. I hope you all have a great Sunday. Enjoy your day. If you're in the Cleveland area, make sure you go down to Public Square for the Real Black Friday. Hopefully I can make it. It's a great event where Larice Purnell puts it on, and a lot of I think they're gonna have speakers and dancers and vendors and everything. It's on Public Square, so that's exciting in and of itself. So if you're in the Cleveland area, go to the Real Black Friday. Thanks for joining me this morning and have a great Sunday. I'll see you guys this week. Bye.